One of the things I wanted to chat a little bit about today is learning differences and utilizing the services at Mindful to help support with learning differences. I remember when I was younger, growing up in the 70s, and I'm sure looking back that I had dysgraphia because my penmanship was horrible. And I always felt like as a kid that somebody was always judging me. I remember getting a lot of flack from the teachers, why is your penmanship so bad? And I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember having to do standards all the time where you'd write the stuff all over the chalkboard to make sure your penmanship got better, but it seemed to never improve. But little did I know that I had dysgraphia and I had problems, with fine motor skills. And I'm jealous in a lot of ways of the services that kids have access to because they have access to these wonderful services, occupational therapists and educational specialists, executive functioning coaches that really are able to meet these kids where they're at and support them with their learning differences. And one of the most important things around that is having the help and support you need to really de-shame that experience. I think back to looking back when I was younger, there's no reason why I had to go through years of shame. That shame kind of led to, even as an adult, I still struggle with my penmanship. Even though that I'm smart in a lot of other ways, I'm not very good with penmanship. My fine motor skills are not very good to this day. And I want to be a champion of people with learning differences and support them, making sure they can have family members that are educated on how to support them, that their friends and all the different environments that they interact with can support them. Because I really feel like they are just learning differences. If you think about it, some of our most intelligent, genius innovators out there are people with learning differences. They just learn in a different way. They process in a different way. But they have some of the most brilliant ideas. And nobody out there in this day and age should have to feel any type of way, any shame for their learning differences. To learn more about our services, visit our website at mindfultherapygroup.com.